Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and Buddhist meditation, Buddhist reflection, Buddhist meditation, Buddhism in general. Today is June the 21st, 2019. June the 21st, 2019, and it's Friday today. We are advancing in the summer, thank God. And I'm just going to progress with my lectures on the treasures I discovered, treasures of wisdom, with the Venerable Master Singyun. Those who don't know the Venerable Master Singyun is a repository of wisdom. He's one of the greatest Buddhist personalities alive today, just like Dalai Lama, actually himself, and the Dalai Lama. I hold them as the very greatest Buddhist personalities alive today. And Master Singyun has the credit of bringing Buddhism to Africa through the giant foundation he established in Bronkhorstspruit, Johannesburg, South Africa, the Nanhua Foundation, and the African Buddhist Seminary over there, really disseminating Buddhism and teaching Buddhism formally to Africans, non-Africans, everybody in South Africa and southern part of Africa, even other parts of Africa, and all over the world. Anybody who happens to be around who wants to learn Buddhism, you can always go to Nanhua Institute there, and Temple and Institute, and they are teaching all kinds of Chinese and Buddhist courses there, and graduating students. Fantastic job, great work Master Singyun has really done. And then in the United States, where we are here, he has a university established here, University of the West. Used to be CLI University, came out from the CLI Foundation in Los Angeles, California. I've been there. CLI Temple is the largest temple in North America. Okay, and that foundation started the institution there, which is now called University of the West. Brilliant institution. It's one of the most affordable schools in United States. So those of you who are outside the United States, you're thinking of getting to study in the United States, I'll recommend University of the West. It's highly affordable, because I know what discourages a lot of people outside the US. They think of always of the high tuitions, and the fact that when you're not an American, you will not qualify for a lot of their scholarships and financial aid. So that sort of scares away a lot of foreign people who are not very wealthy from trying to get the first-class education we have in the United States of America. But Master Singyun breaks through this easily by making education affordable through University of the West, accredited and affordable university education, higher learning is very much a part of the great achievements of Master Singyun and the Foguang Shang Buddhist Foundation by establishing this great institution in Rosemead, California, University of the West. It's a fantastic work that Master Singyun had done, and I think this is a very great achievement to try to help get education to your kids, and even you yourselves. Anybody could. Learning is lifelong, as Master Singyun writes. We can always fall back to this institution, go and pick up some courses and learn some things. It's highly affordable. Okay. So Master Singyun has done this tremendously fantastic, good work, great work in Africa, in all over the world. And he's in Taiwan, back home in China. In Taiwan, he has several universities, several, right? So he's done great work, very great work all over the world. And let me read you some verses out of the treasures I discovered with the Grandmaster in his collection. Birds gather where trees are lush and green, and fish breed where the ocean is deep and wide. As humans, we must first strengthen ourselves before we can provide others with shelter. Some people are physically fit but are unwell in their mind. They are not as healthy as those who are physically disabled. Okay? But have a positive attitude in life. In strengthening ourselves, we need adopt the following guidelines regarding our thinking and mental outlook. 1, folks, you have your pen and your papers ready. You may start taking notes. I always tell my students, take notes quickly. So because the mind is very forgetful, the human mind, that's why paper was invented thousands of years ago. Okay, the intelligent human beings reason this out. Our minds are very weak. We forget things quickly. But once you write it down, I always love to write. Once you write it down, you don't forget. So write down, take notes, write down. Don't trust your brain too much. You might forget again, when you really need this information. So write down. Always have the habit of writing down important points. That way you don't forget. Then when you go back to your study, back to your library, a private room, your private library to meditate, then your mind can really work on this information intact. Okay, it is more important. Okay, point one, the first golden key. It is more important to have morals than money. Master Singyun writes, it is more important to have morals than money. Most people wish for financial success. However, money does not necessarily solve one's problems, and rich people are not always happy. When we consider historic figures like Mahatma Gandhi, everybody knows who Mahatma Gandhi is. Mahatma Gandhi or Sir Thomas More, these are very famous historic personalities, both of whom lived very difficult lives. Master Singyun writes, we can appreciate them as great men with ethics and principles. On the other hand, if we consider Nero or Adolf Hitler, we will recognize both rulers as immoral. We can see from this that someone with morals can live forever in people's hearts. Therefore, ethics and morals are far superior to money and power. 2. It is better to be content than to have fame and fortune. Many rich and powerful people in the world are not necessarily content with their lot. They may not know how to make good use of their wealth or be very greedy, seeking endlessly for more and more. They may be rich in wealth but poor in reality. Some people may be penniless, but their days are filled with joy and contentment because they can see the beauty of the world. Even though they do not possess any riches, they can live a rich life. Therefore, joy and contentment constitute the greatest wealth in life. Master Singyun goes on to give us the third golden key here. Okay, the third treasure. It is better to help ourselves than seek it from others. According to the saying, while it is difficult to rise to heaven, it is even harder to seek help from others. When we have to ask for help from others on every matter, life is certainly difficult. Someone once asked, why does Guanyin Bodhisattva hold a string of beads in her hand? What is she reciting? The answer is, she is reciting the name Guanyin. Why does Guanyin recite her own name? Because it is better to help oneself than to ask others for assistance. Excuse me. That is why we have to train. I like that word, train, discipline. Strengthen, train, strengthen, and be responsible for ourselves. We have to train, strengthen, and be responsible for ourselves. Okay? Put it in writing now, and then when you reflect later, you reflect upon them. The final one, the fourth golden key Master Singyun is handing to us in the kindness of his heart. You better take it now and use it to improve yourself, increase your values, and accomplish all the success you want to accomplish in life. Actually, hold on to it because we already have it. It is better to motivate ourselves than to lose our spirit. Many people, when faced with setbacks and hardships, give up on what they had set out to do. Worse still, they lose their drive and spirit as they slip into the pit of despair. People like this will never succeed in life because they must realize that without going through bone-chilling cold, the plum blossoms will not emit their fragrance. The more it rains on us, the more we should strive. The more it rains on us, the more we should strive. The more difficult the times, the more we should rise. The more difficult the times, the more we should rise. Rise to the occasion with spirit. Rise to the occasion with spirit. After all, failure is the mother of success. Failure is the mother of success. When we are able to learn from the experience of our setbacks, when we are able to learn from the experience of our setbacks, Master Singyung writes, we will surely succeed one day. We will surely succeed one day. I've said each of these words, statements, twice. Each of these phrases twice. And I want you to record it that way so that you can highlight them, understand them thoroughly, and know what the great master is giving us here of wisdom. We're going to put things in a nutshell. We're going to summarize right now. Therefore, in strengthening ourselves in life, we should be mindful of the above. Folks, everything has already been said, and a word is enough for the wise. Namo Amitofo.